Starting a sketchbook can be intimidating. The question is, will we allow that to stop us from starting one? When starting a sketchbook, we have about 60 to 110 blank pages staring back at us. In my previous video, we took a tour through my old sketchbooks. We got to take a look at sketches I forgot I did and sketches that got me inspired. In my attempt to fully fill a sketchbook, I headed to Michael's to grab a brand new sketchbook. Join me as I start this new sketchbook and share my thoughts on how important sketchbooks are to me, how I used sketchbooks in the past, and how I intend to use this new one. When I was a kid, I don't remember using sketchbooks too much. What I do remember is using random sheets of my grandmother's computer paper or random ripped out lined notebook paper. It didn't matter what I drew on because I simply wanted to draw. The more I drew, the more my family noticed. My mom got me this purple folder where I would keep my sketches. Unfortunately, I lost that folder when we moved. The cool thing about it is that I didn't need much. All I needed was a simple pencil or pen, marker or crayon, and piece of paper. For a kid, that's one of the most simplest things that we have access to. Thinking about it as an adult, it's still probably one of the most simplest things that we still have access to. With that being said, it must be easy to start and do consistently, right? That's not always the case. For me as a child, sketching was something that I've always done without being told to do so. Now as an adult, I have to schedule time to sketch. It can be something so simple, yet so easy to forget. When I sketch, it allows me to get the ideas that's circling around in my head out on paper. Sketching for artists, I believe, is similar to writing for writers or taking photographs for photographers. The way they write books, poems, or blogs is by writing consistently. Michael Jordan once said, "I missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed." When we look at Michael Jordan's career, by many, he's considered the GOAT. For anybody who doesn't know what GOAT means, it's an acronym for the greatest of all time, GOAT. In other words, this is how I plan to look at my sketchbook. I have to make lots of sketches to see the results that I want to see in my paintings. Rather than showing up to the canvas and hoping that I have something in mind to paint, I have to build up that library of missed shots. For every 12 shots missed, I might have 4 that went in. If I sit back and think about making shots all day and not actually taking the action to shoot the shots, then I'm missing the chance to make shots. Meaning, if I'm not using my sketchbook to explore new ideas and thoughts, how can I expect to have great paintings? I used my sketchbooks in the past to explore new ideas. I've also used them to learn how to draw portraits and the human anatomy. Even though my sketchbooks in the past aren't the most consistent, they've allowed me to take my art in certain directions, which eventually helped me grow as an artist. From Inktober to drawing people on the bus to the 100-head drawing challenge. If you haven't done that before, I suggest you try it out. Sketchbooks have been and are a place for me to get creative without having to set up much. I will use them on the bus, in a car, at the museum, at home, and outside. When I was on the bus drawing people, I had to learn a skill of not making it look weird. Now, it's a good thing that they were in front of me because they would have to fully turn around to see that I was drawing them. The cool thing about that was learning how to draw quickly while they were moving. I was also able to learn how to draw the essence of the figure and the movement of the clothing. Other than drawing people, for an exercise, I will also draw random objects, landscapes, and sometimes my son's toys. If there's 2 things that I could have done with my past sketchbooks, is to fill them up more and to also have less fear in creating. My old sketchbooks are a reminder to where I started, what I was thinking during that time, and to spark new ideas as to what I want to draw now. When I was at Michael's, I was looking for a new sketchbook and I came across this green sketchbook. Green's my favorite color. Now, I did not get this sketchbook simply because it seemed too fancy. I didn't like the pressure of messing this sketchbook up. On top of not liking the texture of this sketchbook, it felt weird. I didn't want to make a quote unquote bad drawing in it. To take the pressure off, I got a simple black cover sketchbook. The size is 8.5 by 11. I didn't want one too small, similar to the pocket sizes. I wanted room so I'm able to draw multiple sketches on one page. Also to be able to easily carry around with me if I wanted. The way I plan to use this sketchbook is to create a daily routine to get the ball rolling. When I compare it to exercising, I exercise typically between 4 to 6 times per week. For me, it's a non-negotiable. A YouTuber by the name of Matt D'Avella talks about a 2-day rule. In this rule, he aims to not go more than 2 days without working out. That means he can work out every other day or skip 2 days in a row. Either way, It helps him stay consistent in his workout routine. My aim is to make sketching a non-negotiable, meaning I plan to take this 2-day rule and apply it to sketching. What I believe this will help me do is to stay consistent, and to also keep in mind, simply as working out doesn't typically need to be intense every time, neither does sketching. There will be some days where I simply want to draw 1 sketch, and also some days where I want to draw 5. The idea is to make it fun and to simply make it something that I look forward to. The aim is not to please people, to draw what I want to draw, and to make it easy to start. If there's one thing that I would like for you to take away from this video, it's to sketch more. Make sketching a fun thing to do. You're also more than welcome to join me on the sketchbook journey. I encourage you, if you haven't already, to sketch today. And if you feel pressure from having a blank, brand new sketchbook, scribble on the first page and sketch on the next one. One of the only ways to get those ideas out is by sketching them. Create more, stay blessed, and I will see you next time.